Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and today is the second part of the next 13 episodes of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who review. The first episode is Dance Matron of Mayhem featuring Maddie Ziegler. And I may not know who Maddie Ziegler is, at least we know she's a dancer from this episode, but she was still a very great guest star. She really worked well with the Mystery Inc. gang. She had a lot of energy, which really added a lot to this mystery. I also really enjoyed how the mystery was a little bit different, how the ghost of this dance studio was actually the real person in disguise as a ghost. And this was a whole test for Maddie. I really liked that idea, how she was just trying to put her through all these tests to see if she was worthy of running this dance studio, which I thought was a very unique twist on it. The ghost design was really well done, and it was a very different type of setting, and I really did enjoy it. My favorite scene, though, in this one has to be when she was teaching, Shaggy and Scooby how to dance, and just everything went wrong, because the ghost is trying to add a layer of difficulty to it. And I found that absolutely hilarious. Witch of Wansley Hall featuring Jeff Foxworthy is probably an episode that I'll remember the least from this entire batch of 13. I think Jeff Foxworthy did a pretty good job, but I don't really think he added too much to the episode. He was just a guest star in the episode, and that's all it really felt to me. I do think that little mansion design was really good. I really like that. So I did have a lot I did like the design on the witch, the wedding witch, and the haunted mansion. Those were really good designs. And besides that, though, it was just another decent mystery, but I didn't really enjoy this one too much. I did really find it very interesting, though, how the villain, the person in disguise, was just doing this to get a whole bunch of food to replicate it for modern taste. I thought that was a very cool idea. I really did enjoy that. Now, a run cycle through time, though, featuring Malcolm McDowell, I absolutely enjoyed. This had everything I would want in a Scooby-Doo episode, and it also felt different than a normal mystery. They're just with Malcolm McDowell, and this creature is chasing them through time. I really like that, and it's a carousel time machine. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. And it's also very interesting how the villain is Malcolm McDowell. He's in disguise. He's just basically trying to see if he can trick Mystery Inc. to believe in time travel, which I thought was very clever. I really enjoyed it, but I like how, Velma was like, but I figured it out from this, this, and this. Also seeing futuristic Shaggy and Scooby was hilarious, with their robotic upgrades. I really enjoyed that. And I still am just laughing over a time carousel. But Malcolm McDowell was a fantastic guest star. I really enjoyed him in this episode. He added a lot to the episode, and I really liked how they made him kind of the villain in disguise. And I really like that. A Hex on You featuring the Hex Girls, and I really enjoyed this episode. It is probably my favorite one from the entire series so far. I really think there should be more Hex Girls, and I think this episode did a really good job giving a mystery for the Hex Girls. So of course they receive a mysterious guitar from a fan. However, this guitar can brainwash and give a curse and makes them go mad and changes their behavior. So I really enjoyed how this episode kind of explored how two of the Hex Girls had this curse and how that changed them. They basically went from their Hex Girls ways to just a normal kind of human. And I found that very clever, and how the third one is just like freaking out, like, this can't be. And I really liked the design of the villain this week. It was also very clever how it was a former Hex Girls who just couldn't perform in front of people and just is trying to get a revenge on them. It's just a very wicked episode. It's just awesome to see the Hex Girls back in action. And they also do something very different with this kind of curse, and I really enjoyed that. A High School Musical Werewolves musical Lament, with featuring Christian Slater. This is a story, I think Christian Slater did a really good job as a guest star in this episode. But I think the mystery was really good. But the biggest problem with this episode was the musical parts. I really think that took away from a lot of the good that this episode had. I found it very clever how they used the music in parts, though, like how they were who the possible suspects would be. And I really liked that. It was a very clever way of doing it. And I liked the opening musical number that the Ink Gang sang. I found that really clever, and you get to see a lot of cool references to the world of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, and even Guess Who, which I thought was really cool. And Christian Slater was actually the werewolf from the very first time it attacked the high school prom and the do-over prom. I found that another kind of cool little twist that they're doing. They're making the guest star the villain of the week. I really kind of like that. It adds something a little bit different to the episode. But yeah, besides that though, the werewolf design was kind of cool, but this episode just I didn't really enjoy it too much. Space Station Scooby, featuring Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. I like this episode. It was very cool to have this kind of outer space setting. I found that different than all the other episodes so far. However, I think having 2 guest stars in this episode, it worked in other parts in the series, but for this one, I don't know, I just didn't really like it. We didn't get enough screen time for either of them, for me at least. I felt like it would have been better if it was just one of them and not both of them in the same episode. We'll see what Bill Nye's like in the upcoming Scooby-Doo movie, Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo. We'll see how he is in that one. But I did like the monster design. It's very kind of outer space, and it's people trying to smuggle things out of the space station. Very clever, and I really liked it. It was a very good mystery, and it had a really good setting to it. But as a season finale, I didn't really think it was a great season finale of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. So overall, what I'll say about these 13 episodes is they're pretty solid. I really liked them. They had really good mysteries to them. The guest stars were really good. Not all of them felt like they were used correctly, which I really enjoyed. What I can say, I said it last time, I'm not going to repeat it, the whole hallway running gag indoors, it's still the same in these 13 episodes, but I can still say the animation in all 13 of these episodes is really fantastic. I really enjoy the animation in these episodes. They bring the Scooby-Doo gang into the modern world, but also having a little bit of a classic design to it. I also think these 13 episodes, was really helped by the addition of using the binge style of releasing these episodes. Because that meant an episode that I wasn't really enjoying, I knew there would be another episode right after this. So it really helped, like if you had a week episode, you can at least get, well, I may not like this one, but maybe I'll like the next one. You don't have to wait a whole week. I think that was a clever way of releasing these, because it really helped watch these episodes, at least for me. Because, when there's a week episode, you just don't get excited for the show. But in this way, I can get excited because I know all 13 is released. And if I don't like one, I'll at least have another one, hopefully, to watch that I'll like. Thoughts on these 6 episodes of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who in, of course, the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.